So who are the champions? Plain and simple, the brave individuals on the front lines, those who are putting the safety and security of others well before themselves. I'm talking about military service, law enforcement officers, EMS providers, and other key community first responders. And your training simulation programs are meticulously crafted to enhance the skill sets through much needed immersive training experiences. And that path is worth exploring and talking about.
Tragedy unfolding in North Carolina on Monday after 3 law enforcement officers were shot and killed while serving a warrant at a home in Charlotte. Investigators say the officers were part of a U.S. Marshals task force. They were first shot at as they approached the property. Police returned fire, shooting and killing a man in the front yard. Then, more gunfire from inside the home. A 3-hour standoff ensued. 4 Charlotte Mecklenburg officers who responded were also shot while trying to rescue their wounded comrades. Ultimately, a SWAT team arrived on scene, using an armored vehicle to crash into the home. Inside, a woman and a 17-year-old male were taken into custody.
Today's an absolute tragic day for the city of Charlotte and for the profession of law enforcement. Today we lost some heroes that are out to just simply trying to keep our community safe.
But having the courage, despite being afraid, to wake up every day and put yourself in harm's way for either the betterment of society or the safety and security of complete strangers, when the cards are stacked completely against you, is a characteristic of a brave individual. So simulation, solutions, and training is just a segment of this long path our champions traverse through. And my vision is to bring the community together by discussing this common goal of enhancing training using the latest and greatest of innovation, because ultimately the goal is efficient critical skill transfer to real-world application.
It's just great to see that you are kind of doing this initiative to promote the space.
I think what you're doing here is really important. And for any leader that's out there, if you're thinking about what is the best way to incorporate some of this new technology, particularly when it comes to virtual training into your agency, then spend a few hours listening to these conversations that Jared has been having with experts from all over the country. It's going to save you a ton of time, and it's going to give you a really good perspective on what's available, and also more importantly, the why behind it. Don't just task your people to go do this. You have to have an understanding of what this is going to bring to the agency and that value. So some things we can hand off and we can delegate those responsibilities, but this type of investment in a virtual training environment, I think is critical for the success of the training and development of your people moving forward. It's one of the most cost-effective ways to do it. So I wanted to thank you for really taking your time to really craft out some very powerful conversations and help educate police leaders and others about what the future of training looks like. So thank you, Jared.